Turn my music on.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins
Did you do day one?
and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off week 1.
It's a different one now.
We can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
8%. God damn, I gotta check that shit.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner and coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit.
Yeah,
Now, the
block,
beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
That's pulled in at the 32. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10.
I don't know Molly to be savage. When I'm on that Molly, I'm the savage. She the definition of a bad bitch.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Okay, I'll admit it, I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches, it did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Oh, pick it up.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off play action, Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Wright's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you have a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They go back to ground with Dobbins. He finds a little bit of room, enough for for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, also just sit back, do to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season. A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The Ravens 1-0 on the year following a win in week 1. And they've got a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bennett. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Bennett to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Fields. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
And now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields airing it out deep for Woods. This is intercepted. And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Bennett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's the only...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down throw, Fields. Complete to right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Fields on first down.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Taylor on first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Benham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 9.
Fields, he'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And some room to work.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw, Fields.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Brock Wright,
26 yards.
and the Dolphins are back within a couple of the lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Taken in at the 11. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now Fields.
wisely will throw that one away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Second and 11 at the 41. Fields now to throw.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dalvin. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Fields.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the draw is Taylor.
Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Dobbins with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Bennett off the bootleg. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Got his man, it's Woods. And he's brought down, and they took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. Well, this was a very close.